So with the discussion of all the different mockups that we might be able to start doing concerning the whole component layout system for blocks and how data sources or contexts might affect that, I wanted to take a little bit of time and just show maybe a more streamlined approach for the way that Page Manager and panels actually do it currently. This is just kind of my attempt to sort of visually show what it is that we're discussing. I'm not necessarily proposing solutions right now, just really trying to educate on possibilities. So what we're looking at right now is my mock-up for a block selection utility. And currently we have a search box in it. We're looking at the available node blocks. We have page elements and static blocks that could also be available to us. And for purposes of argument, we're just going to assume that the page we're looking at is the primary node page, so node/%node. If we were configuring this on the back end and we wanted to change how this was working, this is the sort of interface we would get when we add blocks to a particular region of a layout. Now, just a quick navigation here, you'll see that we have our various groupings of blocks. I've kind of blown up the size of things here just to make it very readable. And then we have a little show data sources down here. And so we're just going to pretend like we had clicked show data sources. And what that would do is that would open up a data sources configuration in an administration area. And it would show us that globally we're getting a user, this is the current user, globally we're getting a language, this is the current language, and we're getting a node from the URL. This is what we currently call arguments. And all these things are typed so we can see, hey, user is global, language is global, and the node came from a URL argument. We have some configure buttons over here. Add custom data sources, and we'll explore all of this either in this video or in a future one. And so what I want to do here is I just want to navigate through the process of actually adding a user context. In our case, we're going to add a dynamic user context that is a author for the node that we're getting from the URL, and then we're going to see, what that sort of looks like. So if we click configure here, you'll see that it pops up a list of things that we could do. We could either configure this and maybe change its name or something like that. We could add the language that the node was written in, or we could add a term that the node was written that is associated with the node, or, and this is the one we're going to choose, we could add the author of the node as a relationship plugin. And this would actually expand, so if you had put a node reference or something like that on this node type, then that would be available to you here. You could actually say, I want to add yet another node context, and I want to use this node reference field to do it. So we're going to go ahead and add the author. And you'll see we really don't have to do much. We can infer an awful lot of information here. So I'm just going to say, okay, well, the node author, node from URL, author, it's a user context that we're getting, or a user data source, and it's a type of relationship. You'll see we now have a user context available to us here that we did not have before. And if I just go to the next page, we can go ahead and select user contexts, see all the blocks that are available to us there. And I'll just go ahead and close this up. So this could be, the very simple, once we've finished adding this, this is the administration that the next person gets, because we have fundamentally altered the contexts that are available, so they don't have to go and do that process. We can just make it available to them just so that they can browse through the relevant blocks. This is the methodology that we use within a panels sort of workflow right now. Panels and Page Manager work this way. They don't necessarily have this data sources administration quite so cleanly laid out. I'm not necessarily pushing for this. Again, just trying to put this out there so that people can see how we do it and what we do. Obviously, there would be many, many, many more blocks available in all of these areas. I just wanted to kind of show a very slimmed down version of this. So hopefully this helps, and I'm going to do one more more complicated video afterwards.